right, so welcome to the very first episode of the Schandorf podcast. If you've made it this far, then it means you're interested or you're thinking about a your journey to Canada. And good news is I'm here for you. So in the very first video that I did, I spoke about how I was going to help you people through the whole journey, and the journey starts with the first step. Now, the first step I would argue is the research phase, and there's so many dynamics that goes into this. I may not cover everything, but I'm hoping that I'm going to throw some light, and then you could do your research yourself. I'm not going to spoon feed you people. I'm just going to do my best to relay decent information which you could do your research on. Because when I decided to come, when I decided to go on this whole Canadian journey, what I did was to watch a lot of YouTube videos like this. Unfortunately, I didn't get the information the way I wanted it, but then, I did my own research, and yeah, I literally came here the simplest, the cheapest way possible, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's jump right into it. So yes, you're thinking about immigrating to Canada, and there are various streams. So I'm going to jump on a little bit on of the streams that are available to you. However, I will put a disclaimer out there. I am not an immigration expert, and there may be other streams that I am not privy to yet. So I'll just let you know. I came as an international student. That's the stream I used, and that is the one that I'll be elaborating more of. However, I have friends and family who also came here via the express entry route. Now, the express entry, I'll just double a little bit into that before I jump into the student stream. Now, the express entry route is more or less a system that the Canadian government has used to rate people, and based on your credentials, your age, whether you're married or not, your academic qualifications and whatnot, they'll say, okay, Kojo looks like a decent fit to be a resident of Canada. And then they'll give you a nomination. And based on that, straight from Ghana, Nigeria, wherever it is you are, they've given you papers to come, and basically they'll process you to become a citizen of Canada. And it happens a lot. So if you do not know about this express entry thing, just go on YouTube or Google it, type in Canada express entry, and you're going to find quite a number of stuff out there. And it's really simple. There's even a simulator out there. You could just double or try your hands at, and you realize that this thing cannot be anything too difficult. So there's the express entry route, and then for me, the one I used, which is the international student stream, right? And it's not about just applying to any school. I would advise that the first thing you do is to look out for provinces that are cost efficient to international students, which is another thing I did. And it's just a quick Google search. It will come up with quite a number of provinces that are cost efficient for international students. Cost of living is low, because there's some provinces that actually rent, feeding, all those things can be quite expensive. So you want something that is relatively efficient. Now, after identifying these provinces, what I would advise you do is to find institutions or universities or colleges that offer programs that are in line with your own current trajectory, and I would advise that at least you apply to 3 different schools. You could apply to 3 different schools in one province if that's what you want. Maybe you really want to go to Saskatchewan, you really want to be in the Ottawa, Toronto area, you want to be in British Columbia. There are a number of universities and colleges out there that you could apply to. And also another tip I would give is, depending on the course, you may have to write the IELTS, CELPIP, and other stuff. And also you may not have to. So it's an interesting bit. The funny thing, I wrote my English proficiency exams, and then maybe even a year after I came here, because the course that I was doing, it did not require that. And basically I could prove that I had been educated in English already, so you need to really look through the institution's requirements, and whether you have to go and write all this IELTS or not, But regardless, it's always good to have all these English proficiency certifications at hand. So if you want to write it, please do write it, because it will also help in your application. Even as an international student, we also put ourselves in the express entry pool for to be called up so you can become a, what do you call it, permanent resident. That's basically become a Canadian citizen. Yeah, so look out for the requirements of the program or course. Be strategic about it because some programs they don't require much from you. They don't need that much from you, and apply to, let's just say, about I would recommend 3 schools. So if there's any rejection, maybe 1 or 2 will reject you, but definitely you will have one. And bear in mind the provinces, the research with the provinces. Aside the cost of living, look at the sort of languages that are spoken there. Like I'm saying so because currently I find myself in Quebec, and Quebec is a French-speaking province. And so if you're really looking at internship opportunities or rising up the corporate ladder or whatever it is, it could be a little bit challenging because they're really on about their French. Hence, some of us are now really trying to study the French. MP, Je parle français MP, but I'm trying. So look at the languages spoken and let that inform your decision making. So recap, what did I say? Do a research into the provinces that are cost efficient for international students. Identify universities that or colleges that have programs that are in tune with your own path already. And 3, look at the requirements of those institutions, whether you need to write IELTS or CELPIP or not. And trust me, there are programs that you don't even need to write any of these exams. And then 4, apply to these institutions. So I said apply to about 3. Now, typically, the application costs about between $100, $120, highest is $150. So application process is usually for college and university programs, masters or first degree, cost about between $100 and $150 that 1 year. So apply to 3. You're going to hear from at least all 3 or at least 1, and then after that, depending on the province you're in, but it's basically the same thing, you're going to apply for your provincial attestation letter, which is like a letter from that province that they've given you the authority or mandate to be able to come and school in their province. And it is with this that we will now jump into the next phase, which will be on the next episode, which is the application process. So let's recap it. Let's do everything once more. Research provinces that are customer or student friendly. Apply to at least 3 institutions within these provinces that you're talking about. I mean, it could be, okay, you want Nova Scotia, you want British Columbia, you want Ontario. So these 3, you could apply to a university here, there, or college here, there. And before you apply, you look out for their basic requirements, whether you need to write an English proficiency exam or not, blah, blah, blah. And after gaining admission, usually some institutions would ask you to pay. Also look into that, how much they require you to pay upfront. Some institutions will want you to pay a whole semester's fees. Some people will say pay a small token of, let's just say, $1,000 or $2,500. Some people can even go as low as $250. It depends. So look into all of that. And then after getting the admission, you apply for the provincial attestation letter. It differs from province to province where I am. We call it a CAQ. And based on that, then you can now apply for your visa. And on the next episode, I will give you the tidbits and whatnot with respect to how you apply for your visa. It's really, really important. I see a lot of people make a lot of useless mistakes that they shouldn't be doing, and they end up going to pay agents. Listen, in this world, right now, this current era, everything is online, and it's just like I'm feeding it to you. Any other information that you're not getting from here, you could just Google it, just research, you'll find it. So yes, I encourage you to leave comments. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section. I want you to subscribe to my channel. That would really help. And I want you to spread the love because so many people out there want to do the same thing. So yes, on the next episode, we shall be going through the actual visa application process. I'm going to take my time and take you through step by step. If you want to get your pen and paper, get it down. Afterwards, you could also come into the comment section and just shoot away and ask me questions. I am here for you because Charlie, the love there. I'm here to spread it. So I will see you on the next episode. Stay tuned, stay locked, stay blessed, and let's jump into that visa application process. Hit the subscribe button. Steven Schandorf, I'll see you. Boom.